What's up, everyone? Today, we're diving into Dual Cultivator Reborn, System in the Cultivation World, a reincarnation tale where our protagonist, Yohan, a dedicated gamer, is thrown into a cultivation world after an unfortunate truck accident. But here's the catch. The body he takes over is a trash cultivator with a weak reputation. Will Yohan rise above and prove himself, or will he be stuck in a lowly position forever? Let's find out. Yohan, an avid gamer, dies unexpectedly in an accident, only to find himself reincarnated in a cultivation world. He takes over the body of a so-called trash dual cultivator from a renowned clan. Destined to live in a world dominated by powerful cultivators, Yohan doesn't have the luxury of an easy ride. His new body is weak, and his reputation is even worse. But as in any good reincarnation story, things don't stay that way for long. With a system at his disposal and a new chance at life, Yohan embarks on an adventure to rise through the ranks of the cultivation world. But this time, he's not just after power. He's also chasing love, friendship, and a fresh start. Yohan starts out as a classic reincarnated character who's way out of his depth. Despite having all the knowledge from his previous life as a gamer, he's stuck with a weak body and no reputation in a world where strength is everything. What sets Yohan apart from typical OPMCs is that he struggles at the start. He's not immediately breaking through the ranks like some might expect. Instead, he's thrown into situations that test his limits, making his eventual growth feel more earned. His journey is a slow burn, but it's one that makes you root for him as he grows into his new identity. One of the standout elements of this novel is the romance. As the MC becomes more involved in the cultivation world, he meets a few key female characters, and their relationships develop in a natural and wholesome way. Unlike many novels where the romance feels forced or overly dramatic, here the connections feel earned and genuine. The romance is slow burning, and there's real character development in how Yohan interacts with the women in his life. It's clear the author wants to avoid the typical pitfall of creating damsels in distress, and so far, the women in Yohan's life have depth and personality. They aren't just there to prop up the MC. They each have their own goals and growth arcs. While Yohan is technically overpowered thanks to his system, the novel does a great job of balancing his strength with his struggles. He doesn't just breeze through every challenge. Often, he finds himself in situations far beyond his current abilities. The action in Dual Cultivator Reborn isn't about mindless fighting. There's strategic thinking and plenty of obstacles that make Yohan's victories feel earned. His cultivation journey isn't rushed either. The pacing allows readers to enjoy his gradual ascent, which is much more satisfying than seeing him instantly overpower everyone around him. Like many reincarnation novels, this one introduces a system to help the protagonist grow. However, what's refreshing here is that Yohan doesn't just unlock the system's full potential immediately. He's learning, growing, and facing real challenges despite having this tool at his disposal. The system serves as a useful aid, but it's not a magical cheat code that makes Yohan unbeatable. It's a supportive element, not the driving force behind his rise to power. And that's an important distinction. It keeps the story from feeling too formulaic and gives Yohan room to actually develop as a character. The world building in Dual Cultivator Reborn is another strength. While it doesn't dump massive amounts of lore all at once, the world of cultivation and its various power structures are introduced gradually. There are plenty of factions, clans, and political dynamics that Yohan must navigate. As he advances in his cultivation and gains influence, the world starts to open up more, allowing for greater exploration of its complexities. It's a satisfying, slow reveal that makes the world feel immersive and lived in. The novel starts off with a few rough edges. Early chapters are a bit of a slog, especially when it comes to pacing. Some readers may initially find the story to be cliché, especially with the reincarnation premise and the weak to strong trope. The writing quality is solid, but it lacks the polish of a more experienced author. However, these early issues do get ironed out as the story progresses, and by the time you're deep into the novel, it's easy to see why readers stick around. The pacing improves, and the characters start to shine through more. Dual Cultivator Reborn has a lot of potential, and it delivers on several fronts. The character development is satisfying, particularly Yohan's slow rise from trash cultivator to powerful force in the cultivation world. The romance is well done, the system is a helpful but not overpowered tool, and the world building is rich with promise. While the story starts off a little rocky, with pacing issues and clichés, it grows on you as it progresses. If you're a fan of cultivation novels with a bit of heart and a slow, rewarding progression, this one is definitely worth the read. What do you think about Dual Cultivator Reborn? Do you enjoy stories where the MC takes time to develop, or do you prefer a faster-paced plot? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more reviews of the best reincarnation and cultivation.